There we go. All right, we're gonna do a real quick one for you guys today. We're gonna put the mirror on this Caravan. So what we need to do is, I've got my assistant holding the mirror. We need to take this cover off first thing. So you hold the camera. I'll pull this cover off real quick. Now be careful with this because they will give you problems. Come on. I'm gonna have to probably get a screwdriver on it. All right, give me a second. We'll unplug our mirror real quick. We just got a mirror for the Caravan, and we're getting it installed. So, all right. So step one: open up your cover here. That pops off. Now I didn't take the mirror off this car. It came off against its own volition, so I don't know where it went. Step two, you're going to hook your connector up like this, and then you're going to set your mirror up like this. All right, now keep in mind that you're going to have to take the mirror back off if you want to change out your fender. So bear that in mind when you're doing this. All right, and your mirror should have a cover on the back. It's got this film on it. That's your weather seal. Set your mirror up inside your slot right here. Do the best you can. Looks like I'm going to have to pull out my fender a little bit because I'm having problems getting this thing in there. There we go. You want to open up your door so that you can get the corner of your... See that? If you open up your door, everything fits in place, or at least it tries to. Alright. Alright, then we got to line up your bolt holes, which are right there and right there. And it looks like because of my fender, I'm not going to be able to put my mirror on the way I want to. So let's put it on and then close the door and see what happens. Hopefully it doesn't break the mirror, because this mirror is just... By the way, you can use 04 to 07 Caravan power mirrors. They're all the same. I know there's not a whole lot of support about that online, but trust me, you can do it. Because this is what this came off of an 04 Grand Caravan SXT, which is the exact same van I got here. Except mine's an 06. Line your bolt hole up so you can get your bolt in the slot here. Once you get your bolt started, you can zip them in with your thing here. And that is going in the correct direction. So. Alright, we'll zip this one in up here. Don't tighten them up all the way. Now we're going to close the door. The third bolt sits down under here. So to get to it, you got to open the door up all the way. But I'm not putting that bolt in right now because I want to make sure that my door shuts without breaking anything. Alright, so I'm going to open it back up. Alright, so we got a little bit of movement up here. That's fine. I'm going to wait to put the bottom bolt in because you got to have the mirror on the van so that you can line up your gaps. We got an overlap down under here, so I can't completely put this on, but I got the mirror on the van. That's the main thing. So we've got a working mirror now. I'm gonna put the third screw in later, so I'll take the third screw from my assistant. We'll put it down here on the floor. All right, so the next thing we need to do is we also got a turn switch. So let me show you how that works. We're going to check our switch. Alright, now you can see over here on this side how the fender just comes right down into the bottom of the window, or the mirror. That side's not doing it because that fender screwed up. So once I get the fender replaced, that mirror will sit right, and then we'll be ready to go. Alright, I've already taken the screws out of the column. So once you got that done, this just pulls down and off. You got to just kind of set it off to the side like this. Alright, be careful of the traction control stuff. That's hopefully will be fixed once I get the hub bearing done. Alright, so you've got 2 Phillips screws to hold this on, but all I'm concerned about right now is this switch down here. So you got a red tab, you pull back on that and then you push down. There's your connector. So when that's locked in place, you're going to push that red tab up and that locks it in. All we're going to do is we're going to test the functions of this switch. So to do that, just plug it in. Alright, so you should have washers, wipers, and turn signals. And high beams. Alright, so we're going to turn the van on. We're going to turn off our radio so we don't get copyright stricken. Alright, so let's see. We're going to do left turn signal. There's left turn signal. Right turn signal. Yep, we got that. Alright, let's see if we do our flash to pass. Yep, that works. Turn your headlights on. High beams are working. And last part right here. Let's see if the wipers work. We have working wipers. Okay, so washers are working. Alright, we have a fully functioning switch, so I'll show you how we handle that. Alright, let me go get a Phillips screwdriver. We'll take this one out, we'll put that one in its place, and then we'll finally be able to put that back together. We're going to change this switch out. Just like this, it's really easy. Got a Phillips screw right here. That screw comes out. You got a screw down there, right here. That one comes out. And then this comes right off the side of the column, like this. Throw it in the back, get rid of it. Alright. When you put this together, make sure that your wires aren't twisted. Alright, and then we're going to slide this up in the slot right here. We're going to lock it in place. We're going to go ahead and put our screws back in. This one goes back down in this hole. And then what we're going to do is we're going to check the canceling feature. You can do this without having to put the screws in it, but if the canceling feature works and you got the screws in it, all you got to do is put your column back together and you're done. So, column's got 3 screws in it. They go in the bottom. I've got 3 screws over here in the ashtray. I kept them separate. Alright, here we go. Ready? Alright, so we're going to turn the car on. I'm actually going to start it, because I like the power steering feature. Alright, so left turn signal. Look at that. Right turn signal. Look at that, and it cancels. That's what we want, folks. We want our stuff to cancel. Alright, so with this, we will put our column back together, which is just exactly how I'm doing it. Got to make sure it sits flat. I'll leave it running because I've got to pull this window up. You want to take your bottom half here, line it up, push it inside here first, and then your tabs will line up on each side and you snap it together like a clamshell. Alright, one side goes but the other one don't. You might have to wiggle it a little bit. This side's perfect. And then you take your screws and you put your screws back in. And this is where you find out whether you did it right or not, because if the screws go in, you did it right. And I'm going to have to fight this because I can already tell you the screws don't want to line up. So, I'll do this off camera because you guys can figure this out on your own. All you got to know is that you've got 3 screws that are all the same size. They look like that. And they go right here, over here on this side, and then there's one in the front. So you got 1 in the front, 2 in the back, and they have to come off. And that's it. So this van is closer to being sold. So like I said before on our van videos, the price and availability will be in the description. When the van is done, we will do a walk around, all that good stuff. You're going to have to come and pick it up because I'm not driving it to you. So we'll work that out. If somebody from outside of Indiana decides to buy it. So thanks for watching, guys. I know it's a short one, and we'll see you next time.